Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new to our channel, please check out our other videos as this will help you understand progress on the project so far. In our last video we cut and fitted the bulkhead that separates the saloon and aft cabin. This bulkhead needed to be contoured to the side of the hull with a small gap, and we also rebaited the top edge so that when we tab this into place with fiberglass it won't interfere with the vinyl pads when we come to do the final interior fit out. We are so close to finishing the glassing in the interior, which will be a real achievement and exciting for us because we can then start to think about fitting electrics, plumbing and the interior. So let's pick up where we left off last week. Another bulkhead cut and in place. So what we've done is just obviously followed the template. We've got a nice 10 to 15mm gap along the side of the hull here that we can glass onto. We've routed out this to 3mm so we can glass onto the hull. We've also ground all of this with the flappy sandal so it's all prepped and ready. Same up here as well, we've got rid of all of that old fiberglass, that's all been removed. So next what we need to do is just have a quick look at making this floor right here. So before obviously we've got a hard right angle corner, we've now got our angled door, so we need to just cut a triangular piece here just to make up this floor, and then we're going to also put in some plywood supports, and while we're at it we're also going to cut a piece of plywood to go in here as well just to fill up that gap, and that we can glass that all in and bond it all in, and that'll be nice and strong, and that'll finish all that area off nicely.
Just occasionally the waves are just crashing off the rocks.
Next arrival 777 American 134. Oh! 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 Oh!
Okay, today we've got a bit of an unscheduled repair to do. over Christmas we've had what feels like non-stop winds for probably at least a week or so. The cover held out pretty well up until a couple of days ago when Storm Gerrit came through the UK, and it's absolutely savaged the cover. So yeah, I think what we need to do is get rid of what's left of the cover. We need to repair the frame, and then we've got a new tarpaulin coming hopefully today, which is slightly bigger, and we're hoping to be able to tie that down onto the trailer, and hopefully we'll get coverage. I mean, to be fair, this heat shrink cover's been on for 2 and a bit years, maybe. Certainly been on for some time, and it does get really windy here where we are, so it's actually done pretty well, to be fair. But yeah, Storm Gerrit finished it off. Alrighty guys, so back in the boat now that we've got the tarpaulin on. We should hopefully be dry for a bit longer. So last time we cut this bulkhead, this one had been cut as well, so they're all ready to tab in. So next we're going to come on to this bulkhead here under the entranceway. So this is already an 18mm plywood bulkhead that's been tabbed in at the bottom onto a stringer, but we need to just reinforce it because we do have a join here through the middle. I'll just show you, so it's just here. So what we're going to do is cut a 6mm piece of plywood to go over the top of that, and it'll actually go over the top of that joint, and we'll screw and epoxy that, and we'll actually do the same on the other side as well. We'll fit a piece onto the opposite side, so we'll end up with a sandwich piece of plywood. Overall thickness will be 30mm, so nice and strong. But what we also need to do is just make sure that we leave at least 100mm all the way around so that we can tab onto this stringer as well. So yeah, let's get this cut. Okay, so that bulkhead reinforcement is now cutting in. So you can see there we've got the 100mm or 4-inch sort of gap all the way around. So that then allows us to glass onto this bulkhead here. This allows us to glass onto the floor, and this obviously allows us to go onto the stringer here. So that's all good. That's just resting in place at the moment on some packers, and we've got a screw holding it in place. So next what we need to do is just what to do with this corner. So at the moment we've got a bit of a mess here. We've got some sort of cut that's been made in the bulkhead. So what we're going to do is we're going to straighten that up first of all. We're going to get rid of this excess glass that's been put in. We've also got some that just extends down the whole side here, so we'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of this, straighten that up, and then what we can do is we can cut a new piece to go in there, and then we'll probably be able to plant on. In the end, actually, we used 12mm here because I thought we'd got 6 in stock, but we hadn't. We've got a sheet of 12mm Akume plywood in stock, so we've used that, and we'll do the same on this side here as well. That's done. So we've cut a piece of 80mm Akume just to go in here, and then we've got this 12mm piece that plants on top. So this is all going to get epoxied, so this will be super strong when that's all done. So next what we're going to do is go the other side of this bulkhead. So we're back in the aft cabin, and this is the back side of that bulkhead. So we've got this bandage here that's been put on before when we had some guys come in and do some work for us, and they've bandaged the back of this, but we're going to redo that. So that's going to come off first of all. We've got a piece that goes down the stringer there, that needs taking off, and then what we'll do is we'll cut a fresh piece of 6mm ply to go here. The idea being, again, we'll epoxy it and screw it, and then that'll sandwich that bulkhead, and that'll give us at least 36mm. Yeah, 36mm, isn't it, of thickness. So that's a substantial bulkhead. Okay, that's going to be a wrap for today's video, guys. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, give us a thumbs up. We'll see you on the next one.